Hello and welcome back to Haven and Hearth. So, today we have gotten our strength up to 20, which we only needed 15. Our constitution up to 16, we only needed 15. We have unarmed combat to 15, and we are ready to go face some bats. So, let's pop on out. We've got a couple of things we want to do first. However, we should be getting to the bats this episode. So the first things first, I managed to get the rope I needed into here. I basically just ran around and picked like tap roots and stuff because the quality didn't matter. So we got all that. We are just now in need of more blocks of wood. So let's go ahead and chop ourselves some blocks. We're going to take a ton of blocks to do this. And I do want to show you something. I don't know if I showed this already or not. But we're gonna kind of... Oh, okay. I guess it doesn't matter on this one, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to place this right here. And we're going to put this right like that. So basically, just like when we did the house, you can build from the adjacent pile. Which is going to kind of be important as we go with the palisade, because there's a lot of stuff. And like I said, none of it quite matches up to the amount of stuff you need for that first post. But there's still a lot. Let's go ahead. We're going to start just chopping down all this extra wood. We're not going to touch the slightly higher quality wood that we have there. But we're going to basically clear out all the rest of this stuff. Apparently I hadn't found this wood before. Alright, hey, look at that. We just perfectly managed to get rid of those 2 logs. Let us come back over here. Do this. I don't think this is going to be anywhere. Yeah, we're going to need quite a bit more still. Alright, I think these are just normal quality logs as well. We can check. Yeah, quality 10. So, let's go ahead and chop these guys. And because I want to show you the process by which you do the whole wall thing. Alright. And I could build up a pile and do it that way. I'm not going to. I'm just going to kind of do this. I feel like for the relatively small amount that is left and the tight spaces we have to work with, this is going to be a little quicker. It's also a little bit more interactive, so I suppose it'll, look a little better on video. But it was important to make sure you guys understood you could do it from the pile. If you're going to be building a big wall, you can do that, but you do have to have the pile. Oh, oops. We'll just let this... No, we're not going to let this finish. Could we stop, please? There we go. All right. Yeah, let's just do this. Actually, let's do this. Since I ended up with a whole bunch here. All right, there we go. And we can finish filling out our thing from that. That was a little bit of an oopsie, but not too big a deal. And this should put us within 5. Yeah, 5. Which I believe there's more than enough here. Yep. Alright, so let's kind of rotate this way so we can see the sign a little bit better as it becomes the first little corner post in our palisade. Like so. And now what we do, now that we have this, let me actually turn on my personal claim viewing. So the thing about this guy is outside of siege equipment, it is not destroyable when on a claim. So let's extend, and we want to come this way. And we want to stop one short of the corner. We want to step slightly away from it so that we don't end up getting caught on it as we try to do this. There we go. And now see, this much space, that's what, like 5 or 6 spaces, now only takes 15 blocks of wood. And as long as I have one on me, I can go ahead and do that and get it ready to go. Now this section isn't going to take terribly long, so we're going to just do this on camera, because obviously you guys are going to need to see what you do at the corner next. Unfortunately, it's going to take more than just the one iteration here, because I think we're going to be like one short, which is fine. Alright, yep, let's go grab ourselves a bit more. Chop into blocks. Ooh. Yeah, that stop to drink thing. I love that. I love it. I've been told that it was apparently in for a while if you had the command on your hotbar, but that's not something I ever did, so. But now that it's just the, hey, you have the drinking receptacle in your inventory with water, now you do it. Awesome. Gotta be said. Alright, can I do this from here? No. Alright, I'm gonna kind of come to the outside because it's gonna be a little bit easier. There we go. And that's a whole chunk of wall. Now, there is a maximum size you can do in one go, and it does increase the amount you need as you go. But now we're going to need to place corner post. And it automatically goes right there because it goes, hey, this wall is facing this direction. That's where a corner post would go. And as you can see, this corner post only takes 30 wood. None of that other stuff. It doesn't take a full 100 like that first one does. So just like that. And it's just going to be building like the rest. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this one built. I'm going to get a couple little bits of wall out here, get another corner post built, and we'll come back because I want to show you something just after that. We'll be back in a moment, hopefully with a bit more wall built, and then we'll get to combat. Alright, I'm back. I am just about to put the finishing touches on this next corner here. Bam, like that. And now we're going to do something slightly different. We are going to go prepare for gate. Now this lets us place another corner post, either with a gap of 2 or a gap of 3. And that's going to basically be depending on what size gate you need. Now, a gate of 2 is perfectly fine for pretty much anything you're going to be doing by yourself, just kind of by your onesies. There are later on some vehicles, however, so you would need a gate of 3 to accommodate those easily. You can kind of squeeze most of them through the 2, but it's a giant pain. But since this faces a cliff, and I'm only really putting this here because I like to hop over this cliff to go get clay, we're just going to make it a little too wide and call it good. And now, obviously, this is going to end up basically functioning just like any other post, so we're going to have to build it up. I will come back once that is ready and show you how to build a gate. Alright, I'm back. I've got this second bit-o palisade, corner post up. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on this, and now that there are 2 in range, we could build a gate. We get the build gate, and we get build visitor gate. So, the important difference is a gate, a regular gate, can have a lock on it, and I think the visitors' gates can have locks on them too. So I don't think there's anything particularly special about the gate. But that's also a thing you add separate. So you could just put up a gate, and if somebody manages to get through it, it's exactly the same as if you didn't have a wall at all. The visitors' gate, on the other hand, anybody that passes through a visitor's gate gets a little buff up here called Visitor, where the game mechanically stops anybody from committing crimes, even if they have the skills necessary to do it while they have that buff on. And that buff lasts until you leave. So, basically makes it so that the gates can't really be used to commit crimes on your property, other than trespassing. Trespassing obviously is the one exception to that, because otherwise you wouldn't get in through it in the first place. So we're going to put this up as a visitor's gate, just like that. This is a small one, so it takes 30. The large gate takes 45. And this won't take terribly long to do. And we are still early enough in our episode length that we're going to just build this on camera. We're going to build this gate on camera. We're probably going to build our main gate on camera. But between then and now, I don't think I'm going to bother showing off the rest of this build. And I'm not doing all of this right now. This is going to be something that is going to be slowly worked on in the background as we progress through episodes. Because this is now, at this point, just a lot of work getting additional wood and clearing. And as you can see, I'm about to actually run out of the space that I already have prepared. So I'm going to need to do a bunch of that too. This is something you're just going to end up seeing have progress made on in the background as various episodes go. And at some point we will be finished. I will be expanding the my actual area here before we get this all finished up. But all right, so that's like that. Let me just kind of stick this here. Grab all these, pick those back up. Same deal. I just kind of wasn't paying close enough attention to stop myself, so a little bit of cleanup necessary. There we go. And just like so, we have a visitor's gate. Now, obviously, it's not going to do much of anything at the moment. And for us, because we are the property owner, it does not end up doing that apply the buff thing. But for the moment, it's kind of just there, because there's nothing stopping anybody from coming around the wall, obviously. Let's just go ahead and do an extension here. We'll just do that. Get these 3 in. And out of the inventory. Alright. Now, I'll just kind of work on that in the background as things go, as I have time. I don't think I have the mental 25. Do I have enough for 25? No, I have 18. So you'll just kind of go in here for the moment. I'm not going to bother even putting you in the desk. How's my desk looking? Oh yeah, I still got plenty of those hand imprints at the moment. That's not too bad. We're going to need to start doing some other stuff soon. But now that we have worked on defense, let's work on our offense. So the first things first, before you go rushing into combat, come over to your Martial Arts and Combat Schools tab. And we're going to do some real basic setup for combat, because this is real low tier stuff. This is where you start. This is basically just, the super basics. Because I'm going to be honest, the super basics is about all I understand of the combat system. I am not good at combat. Even that, 15 stats for unarmed combat, strength, and constitution are a recommendation I got from someone else. I used to actually have a chart that said for each different animal. I don't know what happened to that, but I do remember that 15s are where you start. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to put 2 points into punch. And as you see, punch goes into our little 1 slot. We're going to want quick dodge. We're going to do that because bats primarily attack with a green attack. And so what we've got here, I will try to explain this a little bit. Punch is an attack. It does green. If you if you click on it, you see it has attack weight based on strength, 80%. All right, it's a striking attack. Opening creates off balance. It creates the green opening at 15%. 10 damage. Grievous damage 55%. Cooldown 30. If we go quick dodge, reduces 20% of striking. Cooldown 25 seconds. So basically these two kind of counteract each other. And since, like I said, the bats primarily use a green attack, an attack that causes green openings, having the green defense on there is good. Now what we're going to also do is we're also going to take left hook. This is a backhanded attack and creates a dizzy opening, which is blue and blue. And then there should be a blue defense. I think it's sidestep. Yeah. Reduces backhanded. All right. So that's basically that. And then there are other colors as well, yellow and red. I don't think we really have anything for that yet. Yeah, we don't have any of those yet. And not all of these are going to be like punch and left hook. So, like, right, so punch here, is a green attack and creates a green opening. Not all of them are going to be like that. Later on, as things advance, there are some where it's like, it's a yellow attack and creates a red opening. So that you would then use a red attack, after you've created enough of an opening with it, and maybe it does more damage, and maybe that, doesn't actually do a thing where it creates an opening, but it's a much bigger damage. Something like that. I don't know all the attacks. But this, oh, I forgot to save it. Let's see. Okay, it's still there. So what we're going to do is we're going to save in the first slot, save school 1. And this is our basic little thing. Now, bats are relatively easy as long as you only get 1 and you have these stats you need. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in the cave. And you might think, why wouldn't ants be easier? Well, ants have a special attack that kind of penetrates stuff. Oh, look. Okay. This was not planned. But there is a bat right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click my sprint. I'm going to click attack. And I'm going to click the bat. And now I'm going to start pressing 1. I am basically just spamming 1 at the moment. The reason I went to sprint is because the bat is going to run away once it takes too much damage, and we'll need to chase it down because we don't currently do enough damage to take it out before it runs. As you can see, this is the openings it's got. These are the openings I've got. I am slowly taking damage, as you can see up in the corner there. I am just spamming punch at the moment. Now, I could sidestep and reduce my openings, but this is honestly, maybe a little better. Usually this is what you do. Okay, good, it's running. There we go. As you can see, I have 28 hit points left out of my 126. There is a reason you want your con up. And my con is only 1 point above the minimum, so you can see why it was like this. So we're going to pick up the bat. We have gotten a quality 15 dead bat. Now, obviously, I am not ready to do more combat at the moment, but we can put ourselves back on regular walk. And we're going to go ahead and head back to our little base. Congratulations! That was our first real combat. And it can be a lot to take in. You can do the thing where you mitigate your openings, but for something as simple as a bat, just spamming punch is generally going to be your best bet, and it'll only get better as you go because you get more damage out of your strength. So as my strength goes up, I'll get more damage. As my con goes up, I'll have more hit points to just soak up the damage and ignore it. And, as my unarmed combat goes up, I will actually be better at punching. Like, I'll land more hits more effectively, have a higher chance on getting that, critical damage, so that type of thing. So it only gets better from here. And as you can see, I am slowly healing because my energy is high enough. Now, I'm only going to end up healing up to 106, because as you can see, I've taken some hard hit point damage. Let's go ahead and see what that is. So we've gotten nicks and knacks. Not bad. Scrapes and cuts. Not bad. Severe mauling. Oh. You have taken some serious blows, several of them to the head. This does not look good. Oh. And swollen bump. Alright, so I think that swollen bump can be taken care of with a leech. Which I don't know if we have. Do we have any leeches? I don't think we got any leeches yet. We're going to want to heal up before we go get leeches. And then I'm not certain off the top of my head what severe mauling is. Give me a second. I'm going to check what it takes for severe mauling. Alright, I've looked it up. This is not a wound that will heal on its own, which, I kind of figured. Hartshorn salve, which is made from things that are a localized resource, which I don't think we've found yet, or opium. We technically have the stuff to make opium because we have poppies and a cauldron. We don't currently have a what's it called? A quern. We could make one of those though. Alright, so I suppose that'll be something to start working on. Let me pick up this guy. We're going to use this guy right here. We're going to put you like that. And now, what we're going to do, let's see if we can do this. Build a quern. Because that's how you do this one. You have to use it on a boulder. Now, querns don't have a quality. They don't affect the quality of anything done with them. But you do need them in order to grind up, certain things. The most common is grinding up barley, wheat, and millet into flour. But it is used for a few other things, like using it on the poppy seed pods. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I have any pods at the moment. And we're going to want to definitely heal up before we do the opium thing anyway, because there is a chance that you can die smoking opium in this game. Obviously, never do it in real life, but it was at one time a medical treatment. And that is how it is treated in this game. So, let's see. I don't think I have any of the pods at the moment. It's a whole process for making them, for making the stuff anyway. Let's see. And unfortunately, it is not difficult to get, but it can be difficult to get them consistently. Yeah, I don't think I have any at the moment. Unfortunate, which means we're going to have to wait for these poppies to finish growing and then let them sit a while, because you only get the pods when it reaches its final stage, but the final stage doesn't have a set time, and there is no visual difference. So it is literally random on each plant how long it takes before it reaches the final stage. I'm just going to check these other containers, make sure. Yeah, alright, but we have a quern now. So we could make flour. And that might actually be something to start doing next episode. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this bat taken care of. Hey, look at that. We've got that. These bat wings are a curiosity, so we'll take care of that. We, of course, got some fresh bat hide. We, of course, can butcher up the bat. We got a bone. Hooray. Bone. Ask not for whom the bone bones. We will stick the bone next to the cauldron. Because we're going to need more bone glue at some point. And it's not like that's a high-quality bone. What else do we got? Anything of interest? You are trash, not hides. Alright, so we're going to stick the bat wings there. Now, we could stick these on the herbalist table, dry them out, and they become dried bat wings, which is a food. But it's more useful to us at the moment as a curiosity. Let's see. Somewhere. Is it here? Is this the pile of entrails? Yes. Well, wait. Oh, that's intestines. Alright, so that's intestines, which is different than entrails. Entrails? Cherry kernels. Unfortunately, all the trash piles look the same. Entrails. Here we go. Alright. We've got a piece of meat. We've got... We got our... Yeah, I'm going to have to cut this tree down. That thing didn't used to be there. Natural tree spreading. Alright, we're going to put you in... Oh, we can actually pull these guys out. If we can... We're getting a little cramped in here. We're going to need to start doing something about that. It'll be time to expand soon. We're going to go ahead. We're going to stick our squirrel tail in there. Yes, there's things we could do with it, but I don't feel like it. We'll put these dried... Oh, wait a minute. I think I have another stack of dried hides. Let's quickly check. All right, so the new stacking goes like that. Bam. There we go. We have some bat. Excellent. Let's see. I think this was the unsorted pile. Oh, no, this is the... All right, yeah, that's the smaller one. All right, there we go. Put those there. Oh, wait, some of those are fresh. That's the unsorted pile. Because this is... like that. What about you? Bear. Alright, we're gonna put these guys here. Oh, wait a minute. Or was it in the cave? Did I have it in the cave? I think I used to have it in the cave. We'll just stick that there for the moment. Not like that. There we go. And we'll go stick this one on the drying rack with the other one. If I can find my way over there. Boop, like so. Excellent. All right. I think that is actually going to end up doing it for this episode. So I'm going to work on this, our palisade a little bit. We're going to expand our controlled area, and I'm going to slowly heal up and hopefully work on getting a cure for this thing. I might end up looking around for some of those Hartshorn because they're a little bit safer. Just a little bit. And I think we are also going to need to get some leeches. Yeah, we're going to need some leeches for the swollen bump. If I find the Hartshorn for the salve, it will actually decrease this down to something that also requires leeches. So, unfortunately, sometimes this just happens, where you end up with a wound that won't heal on its own, even with bats. And we just kind of got to deal with it. But that is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.